Hello YouTube, this is Freddy Fazbear, your favorite FNAF theorist, coming to you with a redo of one of my original videos, the complete backstory on Five Nights at Freddy's. It actually took me 2 years to complete this because until the second game came out there wasn't much known about it, but due to the new game I actually know what actually happened to Freddy Fazbear and his gang and everything there. So, beginning this story would be ideal since this is the reason you clicked on the video, so I'm done wasting your time with the intro, it's time to begin. It all starts with the second game when the pizzeria is bought by a new company trying to franchise out and become like malls and stuff. The basis for the new coming out third game. And as they're doing this, a series of murders starts to transpire at their restaurant. They have concluded that someone wore one of the animatronics' outer parts, Golden Freddy's suit, and that actually, that the animatronics, for some reason, are unable to get him, so that it must be someone working inside, an employee. After a few theories and stuff, you come to find out that you actually are the killer. Your character you play as in the second game, Jeremy Fitzgerald, is actually the killer of the children. You also find that the reason the animatronics are haunted in the second game is because you insert the children that you kill, their souls, into the animatronics in the first, not the new ones, but the old ones. You insert their souls into them for extra gratification during the day. And while doing this, they get turned on somehow, and during the night they try and stop you because it's their directive to stop any child predators since they're directly linked to the database. Some people would say that since they're already this high-tech, why doesn't one of them at least have some kind of a communicator to contact the police so that the police would instantly be able to come and arrest this man? Well, that was Mangle. It can obviously be seen in the PC version that Mangle has a World War II radio static coming out of him, and that is because he actually has a radio in his neck that would be used to contact the police. But it is common evidence that during the day, the reason Mangle is called Mangle is because he's a mangle of parts. Because children like to tear him apart, and they like just putting pieces anywhere they like and doing this and that with him during the day. And while this was happening, the security guard started messing with the communicator so that he couldn't call the police. And Mangle couldn't attack him because since he was mixing with the children, his sensors couldn't deprive what parts were his and what part were the kids. So his communicator is now just set to officer down, and after a while, they would just ignore that message because it's obvious that it's broken, and since children are taking it apart every day, there's no reason to pay for something that's just going to get broken the day after. So they just let it play out, and the police ignore it, and the guy continues to murder children, dressed as a Freddy Fazbear suit even though the animatronics can't get to him at night. Some people ask how this ends, and it also involves a bite of 87, another video I'm doing, but I'm just going to tie it in with this one. During the bite of 87, a kid was not the victim, but actually Jeremy Fitzgerald, the guard, while trying to tamper with the animatronics after a while, because he had finally figured out how to keep them off from walking around even at night so that they couldn't kill him, period. Foxy disobeyed his prime directive since he had a child's soul and bit him, and it wasn't because someone tried to pry his jaw open that he's in disrepair in the first game. It's because he's been because when you disobey a prime directive as an animatronic, you go into some kind of, like, I guess, close enough to sleep for 15 years until you can reboot yourself. And for 15 years, Foxy was just completely useless, so they're not going to repair something that won't work, so they just let him fall into disrepair and kept him behind the curtain. But the bite of 87 actually involved one child in another video I did, but the real bite of 87 was on the night guard, who had got his frontal lobe bitten out and died at the hospital later, but not before he could insert his soul into the maquette, the marionette in the game, the puppet thing you see, and yet you have to wind up its box to keep it from attacking you. Well, after he is in the marionette, he kills 3 more children before he actually is found by the child he inserted in the Golden Freddy suit, and he is ambushed right in the kitchen, and there's not much actually known of that, besides the fact that Golden Freddy ends up killing him. There's a mini game that I have played in it, and it's really weird. You're just the marionette, and you walk into the kitchen, and you give life to all 4 of the animatronics that will appear in the first game, and then after you give them life, Golden Freddy kills you, which leads me to believe that he didn't actually give them life until right before his death, when Golden Freddy killed him. He also gave life to BB right before he died. Well, not right before, he gave life to BB in the very beginning, because BB would help him lure children into the back so that he could kill them. BB, it is known, was later found torn limb from limb, and they blamed this on, in the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, blamed this on vandalism. And because of these murders, they fell into disrepair, thus beginning the first game. The reason they attack you is because they only have hate left, and they're like 6-foot scary animatronics with mucus and blood streaming out of them. It's not like they can just go home and have their moms tuck them in. So all they have left is to either be these animatronics and continue on some useless quest to kill the Night Guard, which is all they have left. So they just try and kill you, the Night Guard, no matter who you are, whether you're Jeremy Fitzgerald or Mike Schmidt. That is the complete history of Five Nights at Freddy's. And if you would like me to do a more in-depth video of this entire backstory, please leave in the comment section that you would like me to do it, because I don't think that I went deep enough for this, but I didn't want to make it too long to where people that were viewing this just instantly turned it off, since I'm not that popular yet, and they don't want to waste time with someone that's not completely legit. I mean, my theory is completely true. It's widely accepted and believed by tons of people, but I'm not the most popular person on YouTube, and I need to make these videos not 18 minutes, but more like at most 9, maybe 10, because because sometimes you just have to do that. But if you like this video, subscribe and like. If you think I should do more in-depth, subscribe and tell me in the comments, then like, and I'll do that. But if you don't like it and you think this wasn't very good, dislike it. Hey, I'm not going to force you into anything. Be truthful. This is Freddy Fazbear, your favorite FNAF theorist, signing out. Good night.